boys, welcome back to the
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. The more you like, the more people are coming to the live. I'm taking on all challengers tonight, all debaters. Anybody who want to debate the red pill, call me a ugly neck beard living in my mom's basement. Bring it, motherfuckers.
Hello,
Bring it.
everybody.
But um, yeah. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours tonight, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, all at the top of the chat. Also in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. Other than that, I think it's time to get into some ridiculous nonsense.
I'm a practicing therapist and a doctoral student of psychology. Today, we're going to talk about, is marriage actually beneficial for men? I made the female version, so male and female both. I just split them up, as I typically do on this channel. This question was requested. This was the actual question that was requested. The other one I just made to tag on this. But the commenter asked, is marriage actually beneficial to men? Is there any research on that? What's the reason to get married? And I do get that opinion. I think that there are a lot of men who don't think that marriage will be beneficial. Or some of you guys say, like, your friends who are in marriages are miserable. And I get that. I think it depends on who you are married to. And I'm not.
I'm going to, how can I put this? I really want to put a number on this. First off, let's start here. The bar is in hell for men. The bar is in hell to be deemed a good wife by most men. Let's start there. Cook a little bit, clean a little bit, and don't be too much of a bitch. And he'll be bragging to all his friends how wonderful you are. It's really quite that simple. On the other end, women want it all, and they're never satisfied and they're never content. So they always seem to be discontent in a marriage. You can never help them with enough dishes. You can never build them enough decks. You can never chop down enough branches that are blocking the fucking curb appeal. It never seems to be enough. So if I had to take a wild guess of what percentage of married men are happy in that marriage 10 years in, I'm gonna say 10%. Well, you know what? I don't know what the percentage is. Let's just say 10 to 30%. Because let's account for these guys too. There's a lot of guys who get treated pretty much like shit by their wife, but they still love her and they still happy they married to her, despite the fact that she treats them like shit and drives them crazy.
Who you are married to. And I'm not rejecting that idea. at all. My dad is a person, he was married to my mom and they got divorced, and he is a person who feels like marriage is not for him. He's very independent. He has a pretty strong financial portfolio, and something he always told me, which I know you guys don't agree on, but I just felt like sharing this. He always told me that like the only person that he would ever want to be in a relationship with would be someone who has their own money, because he doesn't want someone to just move in his house and take his stuff. It's a really negative perspective, and I know a lot of you guys actually don't like independent women to some extent, but he's older, right? And in his
Okay. I don't know how old he is. I mean, he's dead on. He's dead on. He doesn't need anybody to move into his house. And it's deeper than just, oh, she's gonna divorce me and take my money. It's deeper than that. Even if I knew 100% for certain she wasn't gonna divorce me and take half my money, I don't need some nagging, miserable bitch, some aging, nagging, miserable bitch ruining my life and sucking my soul, and not in the way we want them to suck our souls, just sucking my joy out of my life. So if I meet somebody I like, she can come over on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and we can keep it moving. You stay at your house, I stay at my house. You keep all your money, I keep all my money. I mean, I don't know how old he is. I'm assuming at least in his 50s. Yeah, he doesn't have a woman live with him for what? For what? I just don't see it.
generation, I think that's something that he really wanted. Older, right? And in his generation, I think that's something that he really wanted. Someone who has their own background, whatever it is. And it's because he's trying to protect, he has a lot of stuff, a lot of properties, and it's something that he wants to protect. And his properties go, throughout the United States. And so that is a huge loss. And so he would only want that for that case. But he has mentioned he never wants to get married again. And some men are like that, and that's okay. But research does suggest that yes, marriage can be beneficial for many men. This doesn't mean all men. I'm not.
It's not. It's not, hun. I understand you're trying to play both sides of the fence. You know, it's not beneficial to men. There's no. I'm gonna say this. There's pretty much no benefit to a man to get married that he can't get from just having a girlfriend. He can have kids. He can put her on the will. He can put her as his executive of state or whatever you call it. You can do all that stuff without getting married. Like I can't think of one benefit. Maybe y'all could help me, or maybe somebody will come in and debate me. I can't think of one benefit a man get from marriage that he don't get from a girlfriend.
Saying you guys, for many men. This doesn't mean all men. I'm not saying you guys should get married. I'm just saying there is some benefit. And of course, it depends on the marriage. If the marriage is unhealthy and you guys are in abusive relationships, manipulative relationships, whatever, obviously that's not beneficial.
Well, yeah, that's what the women always say, that it was abusive or manipulative. You ain't do to help me do the dishes enough. Sud abuse. Dishwasher abuse because you ain't helped me with the dishes enough. You manipulated and controlled me to clean and cook for my family. It ain't worth it. Yeah, they always gonna have a victim narrative of why they divorced their husband. They're always the victim and they never did anything wrong the whole relationship. Married for 30 years and never did nothing wrong. What up, LGS?
But we will still break that up together. And it's important to understand the limitations of research as well, which I'll talk about, because every research has limitations, which typically, depending on where you're publishing, has an area where we can write that limitation. So, and a lot of times it won't be published unless it has that. But, anyways, the first one is longevity and mortality. That comparison, okay? Married men, do live longer than unmarried men. So,
But married men don't want to live longer because they got to deal with their bitchy wives. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure they would live longer if they had a girlfriend as well. Yeah, show me the evidence that show he wouldn't get that same benefit from just having a long time girlfriend.
Longevity and mortality. That comparison, okay? Married men, excuse me, do live longer than unmarried men. So this is studies from the United States. One is from Europe, and then one is Asia. I'm just looking at my notes that I.
I mean, yeah, I think humans want companionship. I think men want companionship, women want companionship. So yeah, you can get that, but you don't need to sign a piece of paper with the government. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting companionship as a man. You're gonna have a hard time finding a decent companion in these times. But yeah, I totally understand men's desire to have one.
Take um, so that I can remember all the points. And all of the research does consistently show that men in long term relationships have actually a 10 to 20% lower risk of death than single men. In my opinion, that's quite high.
But this is what that is, probably. This is what that is.
And what we can see is that these married men are likely to visit the doctor. Spouses, both individuals, they monitor each other a little bit more. So if your wife is sick, you might, let's say she's not getting out of bed and she typically is up in the morning, exercising, cleaning, taking care of the kids, whatever. And right now she's tired. You're going to think, okay, is my wife sick? Is there something wrong? And then she's going to do the same with you. And so you guys monitor those things and then reduce risky behavior. Married men tend to drink less. They tend to smoke less, reckless driving. And often we can see that this is interesting because there's a curious concept that was listed in some of the some of the limitations, and we'll talk about a little bit more detail. But is it that these men who are like this have a higher likelihood of getting married, or do they become this when they get married? I think it's both. I think it's a combination. But one thing that I found was very interesting is some men are motivated to take care of themselves more so they can be there for their wife and their kids. And
Well, yeah, you can do that with a live-in girlfriend. So let's move on. I think we're just gonna keep saying the same thing. Um, all right, we'll let it go a little more. Fuck it. Yeah, if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours tonight, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs. Well, not Streamlabs. PayPal and Cash App at the top of the chat and in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Nothing has been met. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. Everybody hit the like button. We ain't gonna stay too much longer on this because it's kind of boring.
that's more common for men, right? Because a lot of men see themselves as protectors and providers, which is healthy, I think. And I think that's a great way to look at yourself if that's what you want to do. And you want to be there for the people that love you and rely on you. And so that's part of it. The next one is cardiovascular health. Married men have lower rates of heart disease and stroke. And we can see that because a lot of this can come from stress as well. And there's a really like there's a very comprehensive study actually that shows men who are single, divorced, or widowed have unfortunately significantly higher cardiovascular mortality, right? And reduction of stress is part of that, being married.
I don't know how being married makes you less stressed. I feel like married men are more stressed out about having to hear this woman bitch at him all the time and pressure him to make more money. So hey, but I mean, I guess I got to roll with the studies. I wish you would have cited it, but that doesn't make sense to me.
Reduces stress, healthy marriages. The next one is mental health and emotional support. We can see that married men they do report lower depression and anxiety, but they also are viewed based on observation to have less of those symptoms. And we can see that individuals who are more depressed or anxious or have very negative, hostile thoughts, a lot of them are single, and some of them are even chronically single. And I made a video on that, and there is a connection to it. And then so there's a couple, data points and collection of data. Surveys is one of them. Usually with surveys you want to collect not just surveys but observations, etc. But there was a survey that men actually did report that they're happier being married than when they were not married. They admit that.
I hope this town will keep going.
No, we're gonna.
This is not true. This is not, doesn't even make sense.
Like, okay, I mean, it might be true. Look, because I spoke about this earlier. There's a lot of men who, how can I put this? A lot of men would rather have a bitchy wife than be single. As shocking as that may sound to some. And like I said, I get it because we're human beings. We want companionship. So look, I get it. I've had stints when I was single. You go to work, especially as a black man. You go to work, you get treated like shit at work by everybody. Everybody acts like they hate your guts, even though you never did nothing to them. And then you come home to just sit by yourself all day. Yeah, that's fucking depressing, and could be at times it's soul crushing. So, I get it. So the question is, it's one of those things like can't live with them, can't live without them. So I get it. Yes, either way, for a lot of men, they don't have a good woman at home. Even if he is happier with the bad woman than if he would have been by himself. The point of my channel is these women ain't really that worth it to be with. But maybe for a lot of men they are, even if they are horrible people.
They're less lonely. They feel like their depression has either decreased, suppressed, whatever it is, if they had depression before. And then in general, they report more positivity in their outlook, right? And so a lot of men, even without these surveys, you can see that they're more positive. They have a more higher outlook of life. They perceive that people have good intentions because they get it from their family, their wife, their interactions. And a lot of them also get more emotional support from their wife, from their kids, from their wives' friends, from their wives' friends' husbands. And so the connection continues to build. And daily companionship based on research reduces isolation and that's a strong buffer against depression.
Okay, I'm bored. Let's move on. Yeah, you can get all those stuff. You can get all that stuff with a live-in girlfriend too. Mhm. All right. Make them pay everything. Let's look at this real quick.
I have come to the conclusion that men have it way harder than women. Recently, I have been going on a journey, if you will, to learn and see just what men deal with in today's day and age when it comes to dating and relationships. When I tell you that I am appalled at what I am discovering would be a severe understatement. It's actually embarrassing seeing what a lot of women are doing these days. Here's some examples of just some things that I've come across. A man forgets his wallet when they go out eating, and the reaction of the woman is atrocious. One girl was saying that she was so embarrassed that he forgot his wallet that she was going to go wait in the car and make him deal with it, which is crazy work. Another girl was like, well, man, I was only going out to get food with you because you were paying and I didn't want to pay. She literally said, your money is my money, but my money's my money. And that's why I was fine going out. Like, she was fine saying this out loud. Others were just like getting angry and not letting the man be human and make mistakes. There was another video I came across of a guy that had 4 girls in a row. When he had asked them out on coffee dates, they said, oh, am I just worth coffee to you? Am I not worth more? Why don't you take me on an expensive dinner date? He doesn't know you. Why should he put out a butt ton of money just to see if he wants to talk to you again? Like, what? I've also been hearing horror stories about how women will fake things and get men in trouble for things they don't actually do, especially when it comes to like harassment.
Okay, yeah, this is stuff we already know. um, okay, did I go over this one already? I think we started it, but we didn't finish it.
Mention it.
have literally just shut the fuck up. And don't. And then we follow each other on Instagram. They're liking my stories, liking my posts. Yet I don't hear a word from them. So why are you on a dating app if you don't want to date?
Tell you why. I'll tell you why, hon. He's on the dating app because he's trying to boink. He's not trying to date. He doesn't want to get to know your mom. He's trying to get his meat wet. Okay? That's why he's on the dating app. Hit some skins and then let the hold on, let me see if I can come up with a rhyme. I can't come up with one. But yeah, that's why he's on dating apps. For sex.
What is the point? And don't say you're interested and don't bring up the idea of a date if you don't plan it. And if you don't want to go, don't mention it. Don't mention it. You could have literally just shut the fuck up. And now I've lost so much respect for you.
Ma'am, he doesn't care. Ma'am, he doesn't care. Like, if he cared that much, then he wouldn't have stood you up or he would have made plans. Oh, I lost respect for you. I've lost respect for you when you stop responding to my messages. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep. That's why he stopped responding to your messages. He didn't like you.
Once you lose my respect, it's gone, buddy. It's gone.
Heartbreaking. You're gonna lose respect for all those men, and I'm guessing you're not gonna give them a chance to take you out on a date to the same guys who weren't interested in taking you out on a date in the first place. Oh no, that's heartbreaking. A gym influencer that is posting a lot about dating. If you're a man interested in dating, think about the opportunity that she's creating for you. You can be the guy she's complaining about next in a future TikTok. Now let me run a different scenario for you. They're all on Hinge or different dating apps, and they've been on dating apps for. Won't you be the luckiest man alive?
These are all the types of men to avoid if you are going travelling. Number one, if you're looking specifically for holiday romance, avoid the blokes on holiday. If they're on a boys' trip, what makes you think they've got time? They've got time or effort to take you out on a nice date or to take you to the beach? No. Maybe you'll get a nice dinner and a shag, but that is it. And then they won't speak to
Yeah, what would you be expecting? If you're looking for a foreign romance, you know what the deal is. You done been down this road plenty of times before. I'm surprised you even get a dinner. You should thank your lucky stars you got dinner in the shag. These women kill me. Yeah, the men are pieces of shit, right? Not you. You're the perfect sweet angel in another country getting shagged by randoms because you're so wholesome.
each other again because they probably have a girlfriend at home. Oh! Specifically, if they're in Thailand on a boys' holiday, they're going to treat you like they're on a boys' holiday, and they're going to treat you like you are basically a piece of.
Why would they even look at?
Because you are a piece of shit. You are. They're treating you like what you are. They know what you're doing there too. You probably got a boyfriend at home, but you're not going to mention that. They're treating you exactly how they should treat you, man.
Like you are basically a piece of.
Why would they even look at you with all the Thai girls around? And what is it exactly you're talking about when you say holiday romance? You mean the type of romance that pretty much ends in less than a week? Oh, you're only gonna get a nice dinner and a shag? You'll be lucky if you get a nice dinner. Who even goes on holidays to find a romantic relationship? Cause I'm gonna go with no one.
I don't think guys will ever understand this, nor could they ever cope with this. But the time of the month, oh my God, when it comes round, honestly, the road rage that I feel, anybody could be doing nothing and I feel road rage. That door handle that I walk past fine every single day, I can categorically tell you my pocket is getting caught on that handle and then my bag is getting caught on that handle.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't know if we become clumsier or our patience just becomes thinner. Oh my God. I just want to throw the towel in on my job today. I want to throw the towel in on everything today.
Yeah, this is what happened. This is what happens when the boss babes turn 40. It's cute in their 20s and 30s. 40, they looking for a retirement plan so they can stop working. I just watched something earlier. It was talking about how rich men a lot of times do get with women who have like careers and stuff. But once they get with the rich man, they stop doing their career. I mean, yeah, it was all a facade. It was all a fluke. I would love to see a peer review study about what percentage of women actually want to work their career until 65 and they retire. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 5%.
Want to throw the towel in on everything today. Today can. And what makes it worse is men have no clue. They're like, oh yeah, just being dramatic.
Yeah, because we've been dealing. This is what we deal with every day. We don't want to hear you bitching and crying about what we've been dealing with since we were born. And yeah, she seems like a real butterfly. I'm sure she would bring a lot of happiness to a man in a relationship, right?
Like, genuinely, I wish that you could just feel.
I bet you do, and I appreciate that, but I would rather pass. But anyway, when you say that time of the month, which time of the month you're talking about exactly? Because from the little I know about women, you have premenstrual cycle, you have the menstrual cycle, the post-menstrual cycle, and the best of them all, ovulation. And don't get me wrong, that sounds like a lot of fun, but I'm still gonna pass on everything.
The best piece of advice that I've literally ever been given is that if they're truthfully your person, they'll be able to open up the door again. When I went through my breakup, I literally had to completely shut the door, lock it, throw away the key, let that out of your life. And if they're truthfully your person, they will be able to do literally anything to open it back up. With hearing that piece of advice though, it's super important that you don't rely on the fact that one day they're gonna open it up again, because they might not be your person, but just know that your person wouldn't even have to like shut a door with you.
This is the craziness that keep women single. This is the craziness they tell each other in a form of advice. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want to the guy you're with. If he doesn't put up with it, he's not your person. Or how about you don't act like a complete maniac? Oh, he left because he wasn't my person. How about he left because you weren't his person? It takes both of you to keep that door open, not one to shut it and the other one to do backflips just to try to open it back again.
That I have her blocked on everything, I can finally tell this story about the girl that slid into my DMs to be friends and ended up being kind of insane. Tread lightly here because this girl does have probably like actual diagnosable issues. A lot of these were like anxious attachment problems that were being projected onto the wrong people, aka me. I only knew her for like 2 months. It all started whenever I got a DM from her back in 2023, and she basically was just like saying, hey girl, I live in the area and I'm a hairstylist. Do you want to be friends? And always down to make some friends. I was like, sure. So I get on the phone with her because she asked to call me. And later on in the conversation, I start to kind of notice that something's a little off. Asked me about 3 questions about hair before she really took a turn to ask me questions about a guy. Brought up like, oh, this is really random, but do you know so-and-so? I knew it was kind of weird because as soon as she had said it, I was like, well, that's fishy because he came up to me at a club the week before. I started realizing why she had slid into my DMs. I'm a girl and I'm not dumb. I'm aware of tactics that girls might use to try and get information on their ex-men. A lot of girls will go through their ex-boyfriend's followings just to see what they're up to, right? And that guy that she had mentioned had just followed me about 2 nights before, and he turned out to be her ex-boyfriend.
She sounds like a wonderful lady, and you're not a girl's girl if you're not gonna take her side. The video was way too long for me to post, and there's quite a lot in the entire video, but I'm only gonna post just a little bit. It's not even the worst part.
The party's at her apartment, and there's a lot of kids there, and they're all underage. This guy that she was like kind of interested in at the time was there. He wasn't giving her any of the attention that she was wanting though. So she ends up going to the bathroom, and about 5 minutes later she comes out and she's bouncing off the walls. This girl is on 20 now. If you know anything about partying, it's snowing.
Remember about 30 seconds ago?
Let's let's move on.
Alright.
I'm Haitian. Why? Where you from? What's your background? You American? Dirty black American?
Wait, what?
Huh? Huh? What?
Wait, what'd you say?
American? Black American? What?
No. Hold on. You said dirty black American.
You heard that? You just asked me what I said. I did.
Why you said that?
Because that's what y'all are. Dirty black American.
She just said that?
I did. A dirty black American. I sure did. Because that's what y'all are.
So all Americans is dirty black Americans?
I mean, you know, the ones I've come across.
Huh? So what is Haitians then? I'm confused.
Dirty black Haitians.
Oh. Okay, so keep that energy for everybody. Don't just keep it for us. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
You're American.
yeah, hell yeah. Don't ever say no dirty black
South?
American. Like, what?
You from the
Like,
South?
my family. Like, yeah.
Okay, where?
Why matter?
No, I'm just asking. No, we're not having a conversation.
Is the South regardless? Like, I got family in Florida. I got family in Georgia.
I mean, I want to know, like, where.
You trying to be? I know what you're doing. Like,
all right. So just off rip, right? The fact that you would call black Americans dirty black Americans, so we'll have to figure out where you trying to say we're dirty from, because dirty is a correlation to filth, like unclean, like not having good hygiene. And if you really want to go there, do we really need to go there? Do we?
I mean, I don't. What is my comment? I don't have a comment. She's an idiot. Nothing else to be said. Oh, that ain't what I wanted to look at on his channel. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up with?
Okay, so I'm talking to this guy and he'll take me on dates and he'll give me money when I need it, but I feel like it's all a lust thing. It's things are kind of transactional. He needs sex to do what I want, and he still sticks around. But I'm what man is actually giving you money if he doesn't actually like you? But then I just don't know. So I just need to hear it from a man's point of view what this sounds like.
You think men like you because they give you money? You have a very incorrect concept on what makes a man like you. A man don't like you because he gives you money. You don't understand men at all.
Okay, I don't. At all, so that's why I'm asking.
Well, no, but you made the assertion that what man don't like you that gives you money. So you said that as if that was what you believe. So I'm saying that was incorrect. You said that as if you did know. Men don't like you because they give you money, man. That doesn't make a man like you. Men give money to prostitutes. Men give money to strippers. That doesn't mean he want to be with them.
That's so true.
Right. So just because he gave you money, that don't mean he like you. But he probably only sees your value for sex because
That's how women like this gauge if a nigga like him or not. Is if he be spinning that bag. I mean, that's why she said it. That's her philosophy. That's how she's look. She might be attractive. Look, the more attractive a woman is, the more of a prostitute her nature is gonna be. That didn't really make sense, but y'all know what I'm trying to say.
all you have to offer. What have you done have you ever cooked for this man?
No.
No. Have you ever cleaned anything for this man?
Absolutely not.
No, exactly. I'm sure you're giving him your body though, right? Exactly. Which one is more important, making a turkey sandwich for breakfast for a man or giving him your body? I'm asking you a question. What is more important? What is more of a long-term investment? You giving a man your body and giving him sexual access, or making him eggs and bacon?
I don't know.
You don't know? So you don't know if your body is more important or less important than a turkey sandwich?
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Yeah, exactly. I can't pronounce that. Amalek. I'm just gonna call you AM. Yeah. So AM says the more attractive she is, the more she will capitalize on her sexuality. Facts. That's a fact. That was a more elegant way to say what I said.
I guess the way you're coming at me just gives me anxiety.
I'm coming at you direct. The question, I don't know how that, I don't know how that's a question that you can't answer. You're struggling to find out if food is more important than you giving a man your body.
No, it's not a struggle.
So can you answer? We still have not answered the question, so we would like to know.
You answered it for me. You're just very hostile, so
I'm not hostile at all. I'm just very direct. I haven't called you out of your name. I haven't raised my voice. I haven't done anything. I'm a very direct, to the point man. I'm not hostile at all. You're just not used to directness and probably true masculinity. Masculinity, because it's sometimes it's gonna hurt because it's truthful. So I'm being honest with you. I'm being direct with you. I'm not being rude with you at all.
I don't devalue my body, sir. It's just,
Are you gonna respond to me or are you gonna respond to the comments?
I'm responding to you, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Get out of the comments. So I'm asking you for a fourth time because you still have not answered my question.
Okay.
Which one is more valuable? Making a man a bowl
My
of
body is more
cereal?
valuable.
Okay, then. So why would you think that a man is gonna see you long term if you don't offer anything else? You've only offered your body. So
let's be clear. Like, does she value her body? No, she doesn't value her body. And she doesn't value men, and she doesn't respect men. She just likes dick and money. Black women are in love with dick and attention and money. They hate black men. So that's why it's like, have I cooked for a man? Absolutely fucking not. That energy comes from she hates men, specifically black men. She'll still use their dick and money and attention. But yeah, she hates black men like most black women in America. They fucking despise black men. But they don't despise dick and attention and money. So yeah, they'll take that from a nigga, but no, clean for a nigga. Are you fucking retarded? I hate black men. If she was being honest, that's what she would have said. See, AD once says, sex, men put this sacred value on pussy. And women just kind of go along with it when it benefit them, or when they can use it to manipulate. Women don't see sex as anything sacred or special. It's an elbow massage, as AD says. Sex is nothing but an elbow massage to women. They don't see it as this sacred holy grail. Men project that onto women. Let that shit go. Women don't give a fuck about fucking or giving their body up to a dude. That shit ain't nothing to them. It's something to us, so we try to shame them into it being something to them, but it ain't nothing to them. Most of them. I mean, especially after they done given it up to 3, 4 dudes already, it ain't nothing to them. I mean, maybe it means something to them, like, for the first time they ever had sex, but after that, after once or twice, 2 dudes or something, they don't care about that shit no more.
why would he see that it should be long term, or why would he think that you could give anything else?
You wouldn't.
Exactly. So that's why you're getting treated the way you get treated, because you want to get treated that way. If you want to be seen past your body, if you wanted to be seen as something that should be serious and it shouldn't just be transactional for money and all of that, then you would offer something else. Most of you women offer nothing. All you offer is body, and you get confused of why does he only want to have sex with me? Because you don't offer anything else. Why would he?
Well, I mean, it's like kind of hard to offer anything else when, like, you know, like dates and like hangouts are not being like initiated a lot. So like I don't really have the chance to like.
Hold on. I'm glad. No. I'm glad you said that. That's excellent that you said that. So you're willing to give him your body. Again, we're back to square one. You're moving around too much. You have to sit your phone down, man. You're making too much noise.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. So you're willing to give him your body, but you're questioning the fact that he hasn't taken you on dates, so it's hard. Why would you give your man your body before you make a man a meal? Explain that to me. Why would you give him the highest honor that you can give a man before you make him a meal?
Well, I mean, like, we did.
I'll tell you why. Because she's getting something out of sex. She's not getting something out of cooking him a meal and cleaning his house. That would take being selfless and putting another person before you put yourself. And these bitches are selfish as fuck. They don't want to do that. He got good dick, or she wouldn't be fucking him. It would have been a one-time fuck, and she wouldn't be calling the show. She wouldn't be calling another nigga trying to get advice on the situation if he was bad at sex. So he got good dick. She get a lot of joy from getting good dick. She don't get a lot of joy from making a meal for another human because she's probably a piece of shit human herself. That's why it's different. She don't get nothing out of making you a meal. She's not feminine. Feminine women feel fulfilled for seeing a smile on a guy she likes face because she made him a meal. And look, I'll say this. 'Cause we were looking at this one lady one time recently. She was a ran through young modern woman or whatever, but I could tell she still had a little bit of light in her. Yeah, she was fucked up, but she one of them ones where it's like it might be hope for this bitch. I still see some light in her. And I forgot what she was talking about. I think it was something about cooking or something, or she still was talking about getting joy from cooking for a man or something. Yeah, this woman doesn't have that light in her. I ain't cooking for no nigga. It's fucking gross. But you'll have sex with him and potentially accidentally get pregnant and give life, bring his baby into the world. But you ain't gonna cook him no sandwich though. Shit is crazy.
Well, I mean, like, we did go on a few dates and
I'm
then it
asking
turned
you a
to what it
question,
turned
Fanny.
into.
Answer the question. I'm asking you a direct question. You need to answer the question. Why do you feel that you should give the man your body before you make him a meal?
Well, I don't feel it like that.
Yes, you do, because that's exactly what you've been
I
doing.
guess I'm just horny, I guess. So like,
No, you're
things
just a
happen.
woman with low value. That's the truth. You're just a low value woman.
I'm
You
not
don't
a low value
yourself.
woman.
Yes,
You
you
don't.
are.
You
But see, I get that that's offensive, but it's the truth. You're a low value woman to men. You're a low value woman, and the reason why she getting so offended, the reason why she got so triggered, is she knows it's true. If Ant called Michelle Obama a low value woman, I mean she probably a snap on him. But but I'm just using this as an example. If he would have called Michelle Obama, and that's a bad example actually. Let me think of somebody else. Ivanka Trump. If Ant would have called Ivanka Trump a low value woman, she'd have been okay, sir, because it don't hit home. Cause like, no, I'm not. I'm Ivanka Trump. I'm pretty. Is she married with kids? I'm pretty sure she married with kids. Or wait, am I getting the name wrong? Is that Trump old wife? Or I was thinking about his daughter. What's Trump's daughter name? Yeah, it is Ivanka. Okay, I ain't tripping. Is Ivanka married with kids? Okay, yes. Ivanka Trump is married and has 3 children. She's been married since '09. How old is Ivanka Trump? Okay, she's 44 years old. She look good for her age. Shout out to Ivanka Trump. They mad at it. Um, I mean, I get it. Women are emotional, so Ivanka Trump might get triggered too. But the reason I think this woman is triggered is because she knows she is a low value woman. High value women don't have sex outside of wedlock. Or I'm sorry, let's not even go there. High value women don't have sex outside of committed relationships. That shit is gross for a woman to do, even once. Flat out. If a woman has ever had sex outside of a committed relationship, you should disqualify her for anything serious. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. You can do what you want. I get the name wrong. Is it Ivana? Ivanka? I thought it was Ivanka. Whatever. Let's get back into it.
That's the truth. You're just a low value woman.
I'm
You
not
don't
a low value
yourself.
woman.
Yes,
You
are.
don't know me or my values, but like we all sleep around. I'm not
No,
valued.
we don't all
just
sleep around.
by
How
what I
many
do with
women
my-
in here sleep around? How many women in here sleep around? All the women don't sleep around. You sleep around. You're a low value woman. That's what you are. which is why you couldn't even make a decision on what a turkey sandwich is more important than your vagina. Every
I
woman in
could
here
make a
doesn't.
decision. It
No, you
was
couldn't.
just
I asked you the
the way
question
he
4
was coming
times. You
for
couldn't
me.
answer it. Because you're not used to honesty. You're not used to someone being truth and black and white. This is the first time in your life that anybody has ever asked you to be able to quantify a turkey sandwich or your vagina. No one has ever asked you that.
Yeah, no one has. So that
Okay, so let me just clear this up. I knew. Okay, hold up. Ivanka Trump and Ivana Trump. Those names are pretty damn similar. Okay, y'all right. No, I was right. Ivanka. Wait, hold on. Okay, Ivanka is the daughter, and Ivana. Wait, hold on. Trump his first. Yeah, Ivana is his wife. Is the wife. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm glad we cleared that up. These women need God, man. These women need God. This should like. Let's just continue.
Exactly.
a
So
really
you
odd
need to hear
question
it.
to
You need to
answer.
hear it. Because if I was telling you what you wanted to hear, you wouldn't be saying
Mhm.
it. I could be speaking in the same exact way, but if I told you that you're beautiful and he doesn't deserve you and you're the best woman in the world and he ain't shit, you would be here applauding me and saying that I was a great guy. You love what I'm saying. But because I'm holding you accountable and making you look in the mirror and see the truth, you got an issue with it. You saying it's hostile.
I actually do not have an issue with it. It's good to hear it from a different point of view.
What's more important, a turkey sandwich or your body?
My body, obviously.
Great. So maybe you should start making more turkey sandwiches and stop turning yourself into a sandwich.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, maybe. That means it's probably not gonna happen. You're gonna keep giving up your body to men who haven't done anything.
Well, you don't know what I keep doing. You know,
I know you
one
just told
story I
me.
gave
You literally
you.
just told me. That's why I asked the question. So you just told me.
Okay. Well, you're kind of rude, but you can take that as being direct. But it was just a question. I wanted to see your point of view. I am very okay with my values and what I do with
No, you're
my
not.
body. And
You're low value. You're a low value woman. You think you're
you're gonna sit here and tell me I'm low value?
No, you just told yourself by telling us exactly what you do. You just told yourself. You ain't tell us.
I told you a situation,
Right.
not what
And
I
based on
do.
that situation, we now get to see what you value. You don't
All right.
value
Well, I'm
yourself.
glad you guys know.
Great.
Thanks for your
We
advice.
know you don't know. That's the biggest problem. We know, but you don't know.
Oh, you don't know what I know. You know what I gave you, the scenario I gave
And
you.
that's what you told us. So that's what we're going with.
All right.
All right.
Well, bye.
Okay.
I've been had a voice and I'm not delusional and
Man,
I'm
you
not.
are the definition of delusional. You're idiotic and delusional. You're gonna die alone. I feel bad for your father. Anyway,
Let's talk about this. Now, this is him acting like a bitch. See, I don't have a problem with direct. It's not even so much the directness to it. It does have a mean spirited energy to it, and maybe I'm a hypocrite because I'm sure some of the shit I say has a mean spirit to it. But I just, I mean, me roasting people in reaction videos is a little different. If I was talking to people live and talking to women live, I would would handle these women with somewhat of some care if they weren't just complete bitches. And even if they start being complete bitches, I would just hang up on them. I ain't about to like look, I've done it before. I've been caught off guard. I've been caught slipping where I'm going back and forth with some fucking Chipotle worker. I ain't gonna go in that story again. But yeah, sometimes they can catch you slipping, get you in your feelings, and you going back and forth with a bitch like a bitch. So that little he wasn't really displaying masculinity in this clip. I mean, we know we agree with what he was saying, and the whole sandwich line was pretty funny, but he was going back and forth with a bitch like a bitch. frankly. But you know, I think he's young. He got to be young. He can't be. I don't even. He can't be 30, can he? He can't be. I don't even think he's 30. He's still got time to grow. I mean, I would have told the young lady something similar, and I would have been direct too. But it seemed like he was trying to get a gotcha moment. Like, yeah, me, I'm not trying to get a gotcha moment on a bitch. I would have really tried to help her. I mean, maybe he was too. It didn't come across like somebody was lovingly trying to get somebody together and educate somebody and help them see the error in their ways. And see, this is the problem I have with a lot of people. They just don't come across like they got good spirits. You know, it's like a dark energy that I just don't respect. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Ladies, she's actually trying to throw y'all under the bus. We all are whores. No, bitch, everybody not a hoe. We all suck dick. We all just.
Now, see, okay, the whole bitch thing, like, it wasn't him. Now, look, y'all know I say bitch and hoe and slut and whore and cum rag and all that. But I'll honestly say, look, I'll come to her age. She didn't deserve to be treated like that. Like, flat out, she didn't. I mean, she was asking him a question. Like, he was rude as fuck. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And Kevin Samuels was rude as fuck a lot of times. I ain't gonna hold y'all. You know, he on the Mount Rushmore. I respect what he did. I respect where he took the movement and all that. But he was rude as fuck. Ma'am. He would cut motherfuckers off. Don't cut me off. And then he would cut her off. I mean, I get it. It's his show, but it made him seem like a hypocrite. Ma'am. I'm like, bro, chill. chill. Chill, Kev. Chill. Ma'am.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Yeah, I heard it.
You don't gotta be rude. You ain't gotta call the young lady a bitch. That shit is completely uncalled for. And it probably sound weird coming from me, but no, you don't gotta do all that extra shit, bro. You don't gotta do all that extra shit. Now, if she would have if she would have did something or said something or came at him in a way that maybe would have justified it a little bit, then okay. But I don't think anything happened on this call that justified him like calling her a bitch and all that. He got a lot of growing up to do. I think he got a couple dollars. Young, rich, he a good looking dude. I think he's 6'5" or something. You can't tell this nigga nothing. But you can sense the arrogance on him. You know what? I believe in him. There's hope for him. He got some intelligence about himself. So yeah, it's hope for him. Yeah, if we was on the call right now, he'd be trying to roast me, nigga. I got more than you. I know more than you. I'll beat your ass. Yada 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 yada. Yeah, all right. Ironically, him doing all that would prove my point. But yeah, I digress.
Like, give pussy and don't make food. We all do that, right, ladies? You try to bring. That's what's wrong with women. Don't try to bring all the other women in your terrible decision making. Don't try to bring. We're all just fucking whores. No, they not all hoes. There's some good women in his life right now that don't do what you do. That actually want to hear this stuff and it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They actually know that a bowl of cereal is not on the same level as their vagina. Even when I spoke about the food, she said absolutely not. Cooking? Absolutely not. Sex? Well, exactly. You don't prioritize what you're supposed to prioritize because you're not being led and you're not being guided correctly. You let the internet guide you. This is what's happened. This is what's wrong. Her right there. That's what's wrong with modern feminism, women empowerment, and over sexualized behavior, which is why these women need to be led, because led under her own devices, women are not going to know if a turkey sandwich is more important than their vagina. They don't know. Anyway.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Think was it anything I wanted to All right, I'm gonna get off here. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. Wait a minute. Who do we have here? Somebody just came in and said, Okay. What up, Drew Media? Are you a challenger or debater? Anything like that? Let me see if we got any smoke before I get off here. Let me know what's up, Drew. Are you a supporter or a challenger?
Because I can totally understand that, especially as like a single parent, or if you're dating a single parent, or you're not even a single parent and maybe you're just a fucking person that's really, really tired. That I get. So let me help you guys today. So my name is Sabrina Zohar. I have a podcast right here on YouTube called The Sabrina Zohar Show. And every month we have something called In the Trenches where you guys write into us and I answer and I help give advice. So
Let me see how many subscribers she got. I'm fucking cold. 86,000 subscribers. Not too shabby. See how many views she getting. Video. That's really what it's about. It ain't about the subscribers. It's about the views. She's getting. Oh, okay. Respect, Drew. Respect, Drew. Respect, Drew. Respect. Thought we had a challenger. I love debates. Um. So she's getting. I mean, her views are okay. Views are decent. I feel like everybody views is getting suppressed. I don't know. Who knows? Damn, you're too old to have this. How old is this channel to have this as your avatar, blowing bubble gum like you're fucking 18 with the red phone and like you're in Clueless? Never mind. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm out. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play an asshole on the internet, and I have never done anything remotely wrong my entire life, ever. Now, keep your blood sugar and your blood pressure down to keep the reaper from coming around. Make sure you get your yearly checkup so Satan don't catch up. RB Sensei out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Talk to y'all tomorrow. If you're new to the channel,
So
check
this
out
viral
If you're new to the channel, check out my regular channel, which is Dating Dysfunction. All right.